vibing with your boy. I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come here. Come here. Talking to my cat. Come here. Come here. But anyway, how's everybody doing on this wonderful, wonderful day? Wonderful Tuesday morning. God bless to each and every one of y'all. And I gotta say this, y'all. I have to say this, man. And I keep trying to tell people it's any given Sunday. It's any given Sunday. And as a big time Minnesota Viking fan, I've been trying to tell people, man, this is not, listen, this year is definitely special because there's not one or two teams. There's like maybe, hold up. Let me rephrase that. There's not one team that I'm like, oh, they definitely have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year. There's not many teams in the NFL. It's wide open. Everything's wide open. There's a lot of teams that have a chance to make some noise. Shout out to my guy RC. Salute to you, my guy. Salute to you. There's a lot of teams that can make some noise. And when I say any given Sunday, I truly mean that because if you think about it, the underdog, the Bills were they were supposed to win. They were about to dominate that game. I thought the Bills were going to beat. Listen, I had a feeling about the Falcons, but I said, nah, the Bills, Josh Allen, he's going to be MVP most likely. They're going to win. The Falcons came to play. The Falcons did what they had to do on defense to make Josh Allen look crazy, some of the plays that he made. Shout out to my guy Purple in the building. Mike, here comes the Bears. Yes, we're going to talk about the Bears as well. Even when it comes to the Bears, I had the Commanders beating the Bears. The Bears are not bad. The NFC North division isn't a bad division at all. Like we don't really have any bad teams in our division. Even the Bears are not as bad. So when people were trying to say, well, the Vikings didn't beat anybody and the Vikings lost to bad teams. All right, we lost to the Falcons. The Falcons just beat the Bills. So what does that say? All right, we lost the two losses we have. The Falcons just beat the Bills. The Bills are one of the best teams in the NFL, hands down, straight up. So we lost so the Falcons are not bad. And B. John Robinson is on a whole nother level right now. And then on top of that, our second loss is against the Steelers. And the Steelers are the best team in their division right now. So, hey, listen, we took some L's, but we took L's to some quality talent. And we're not even healthy. And the Vikings, we're getting healthy at the right time. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all double tap that screen. Double tap that screen if you haven't already. Double tap that screen if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Here, come here. Come here, Zeke. Come here. Come here, Zeke. My cat is come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm gonna show you. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Got my cat. He wanted to say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. Say hi. Say hi. My new kitten. All right, go play. Go play. But yeah, so what was I saying before I? Oh yeah, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. It's definitely going down over here. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly mean that. So even if you're not a Viking fan, you are welcome to this YouTube channel. But I would say this respectfully, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, we will beat the brakes off your team when we play your team. Respectfully. Let me put this on my head. Respectfully speaking. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got Phil in the building. Purple morning, my God. God bless to everybody in the building. Yo, what's up, Mike? Yes, bro. It's a lot of teams we'll see in December and January who, yes, they have momentum. Yup. What's good? What's going on, brother? Delete. I needed a shoulder to cry on. Here you were. I'm an exhausted Bears fan. Sure, we won, but we always find ways to lose more than. Let me tell you this right now. People that's hating on Caleb Williams, respectfully, y'all tripping. That man is talented, man. Like, you can say what you want about Caleb Williams. That dude is really good. I think if what I seen yesterday, like he's so gifted, man. He's so gifted, man. If he's in the right offense, has a good offensive line, he has time, and they can establish that run game. Listen, Caleb Williams ain't no joke. And that Bears defense came to play, and they did what they had to do against Jaden Daniels, and they got the dub. But yeah, congratulations, man, because the Bears earned that dub. That was a hard win. Even though I would have been great that the Commanders won, it still was. Yeah, it was a fantastic game. Caleb came up big, bro. What's going on, everybody? It's part of the process consistent. Yep, with years together. With that they done this year, they'll keep on. Yeah, they look good, man. They look good against one of the best teams in the NFC. One of the best teams in the NFC is definitely the Commanders and the Bears. They did what they had to do, bro. They did what they had to do when it counted the most, and they got the dub. He said, Saints fan, please send us JJ. You talking about Justin Jefferson or you talking about just JJ McCarthy? If you're talking about JJ McCarthy, it's not happening. If you're talking about Justin Jefferson, it's not happening, respectfully speaking. I need everybody in the building. Double tap that screen, hit that like button if you haven't already. The win-loss NFL in yes, it's unpredictable. It's unpredictable right now. And that's why I keep trying to tell people it's any given Sunday. When people be saying, oh, well, like even the Jets versus the Broncos in London, that game could have went any way. The Broncos, what was the final score for the Broncos? The Broncos barely beat the Jets, bro. The Broncos barely beat the Jets. But I think they won by like 2 points or something like that. And my whole thing is 13-11, bro. A 2-point game. Still counts as a dub, not taking none away from the Broncos. But like I said, and the Jets are 0-6. The Jets are 0-6 and almost beat the Broncos. So that's what I'm saying. Any given Sunday. Let's talk about another game that could have went another way. The Colts is debatably the best team in the whole NFL. They barely beat the Cardinals 31-27. And the Cardinals started Brissett as their quarterback, bro, because Kyler Murray, I think, is hurt again. So, hey, listen, any given Sunday, bro, another game that could have went either way. The Chargers versus the Dolphins. The Chargers won by 2 points, 29-27. 29-27 versus the Dolphins. Any given Sunday, bro. What's another good game? Another game. Everybody had the Cowboys beating the Panthers, right? Everybody had the Cowboys beating the Panthers. The Cowboys debatably have the best offense in the whole NFL. Look at the statistics. In total offense, Cowboys are all that. Their defense is just not good, right? The Panthers won 30-27. Like I said, any given Sunday. Any given Sunday in the NFL, bro. It just happens like that, bro. It's a professional team. The Rams beat the Ravens pretty good. Well, it was 17-3. I feel bad for the Ravens, man. That sucks. What else happened? Buccaneers beat the 49ers. That Fred Warner injury, that breaks my heart, man. I love Fred Warner, one of the best linebackers in the game. For him to be out, I think he's out for the season. I think it's an ACL. For him to be out for the season, that sucks. No way, you guys can wait and stay in the building. You I'm trying to catch up in the comments, y'all. If I skip comments, my bad. Might get so top 5 keeps looking different. Yes, and I say this, y'all. What is my cat doing? I say this as a Viking fan, right? I feel like it gives me more hope that we can do something this year, especially in the playoffs when it counts the most, because there's not any teams that's super dominant. Like the only team that I know for a fact that is really, really good and they're consistent is the Buccaneers in the NFC. I'm not scared of the Lions, the Packers, the Eagles, and respectfully speaking. I'm not coming at them. I'm just being honest. The Rams are up and down. The Seahawks are looking good this year. But I'm just saying, like, there's no team that I'm just like, oh my goodness, if we played them, we got to play perfect football in order for us to win. There's not a team in the NFC that I'm looking like that. Like, only team is the Buccaneers. Everybody else is like, all right, yeah, they're a good team. They got a lot of good qualities about their team, but I'm not nervous about playing them when it counts. I think we can beat them if we play Viking football. You're like PG merged with Dame. Yo, you know what? I've been looking like a lot of people lately. I don't know what it is. They said I look like I think they're trolling me when they say Diddy. I think they're trolling me when they say Diddy. I look like Malik Beasley. I look like Kevin Hart. I look like some other people too. And I'm like, yo, do I look like everybody? I got to get my hair cut. I got to get a haircut, man. That's why I got this helmet on. Only reason I got this helmet because I need a haircut. But I be looking like a lot of people a lot lately. I know, right? RC thought that the power ranking was stabilized, but yeah, this football season is different. That's why I say any given Sunday, bro. I'm not giving. Listen, as much as I be thinking that the Buccaneers is going to run through the whole NFL, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The Buccaneers are going to take a couple more losses this year, right? And everybody's going to hop off the bandwagon. Watch, they're going to lose to. They're going to lose badly to a couple of teams this season, right? We still got a lot of season to go. People going to hop off the bandwagon. Watch what's going to happen. It's any given Sunday, bro. Like anything can happen. Anything can happen. Colts are good right now. Yeah, Colts are amazing right now. Colts are amazing right now. I need everybody that's in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel, whether you a Viking fan or not. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, but not separate us. And I truly feel that way. And I want to say this to everybody that's in the building, whether you from Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Pluto, whatever continent you from, country you from, you're welcome to this YouTube channel. If you're feeling the vibes, consider hitting that like button, consider hitting that subscribe button. But yeah, I'm gonna catch it up in the comments. So the Cowboys lost, yeah, but let's say why? Because the Cowboys was trying to stuff on that was winning try on a good team. Yeah. Mike Purple, my top five. Steelers, Colts, Bucks, Seahawks, Patriots. Whew, it's hard, man. It's hard for me to pick. I'm gonna wait through 10 weeks, bro. It's so hard to like determine what is my cat? Hey, what you doing? Hold on, y'all. My cat's trying to eat something. I don't want him to get sick. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. Come here. Come here. Cat trying to eat something. All right. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. So like this until week 10 is over, we got to go through week 10. And then we could probably have we could probably better evaluate who's going to be the top dogs in each conference because this is close. When you look at, let me look at the division real quick, y'all. I'm going to look at all the divisions. I'm telling you right now, each division, there's not a guarantee for any of these teams. I don't care if you're in first place right now. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's too close. Anything can happen. Some of these divisions, there's 4 teams that can still win the division. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true, bro. There's a lot of games left. Now let's start with the AFC, and then I'm going to start, and then we're going to talk about that Bills loss. Man, I think the Bills just got obliterated. And I think there's a weakness that people got to start thinking about when it comes to Josh Allen. There's some weaknesses, bro. Hey, listen, I like Josh Allen, but bro, that Falcons defense showed what you need to do to a very good quarterback, applying that pressure, bro, not letting them get comfortable. But when you talk about the AFC East, it's a two team fight between the Patriots and Bills. They're both 4-2. Dolphins are 1-5. Jets are 0-6. Right. When you talk about the Steelers, they're winning the AFC North unless the Ravens, Lamar Jackson can come back. And I don't think the Browns are going to do anything because they have a very good defense, but I just don't have confidence in their quarterback situation. I'm not really sure about Dylan Gabriel, and I'm not really sure about Shedeur Sanders, so that's just a big mystery right there. When you go to the AFC South, that's the division that can go either way. It's a 3-team race between the Texans, Jaguars, and Colts. The Texans had a bye week. They're 2-3, but the Texans can easily go on a winning streak. CJ Stroud's one of the best young quarterbacks in the game. And you got the Jaguars 4-2. But I got the Colts as the best team right now, but it could definitely change. The Texans could definitely come back and win that division. Titans are nowhere to be found in that division. Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs, all 3 teams in the AFC West can end up winning that division. The Chiefs are 3-3. And I always say this, until you dethrone the Chiefs, they got it, bro. It is what it is. And like they got to be dethroned. But shout out to everybody in the building. Let me catch up in the chat. Steelers are better than the Bucks. Woo! I don't know about that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. That's a good matchup. Better a perfect Sunday, my boy, 215. Shout out. Oh, hey, we're going to beat the brakes off the, because you said 215. That's Philly. We're going to beat the brakes off the Eagles. I dropped the Bills and Eagles out of my top 5 because they look in shape. Yo, the Eagles to me, I see the only thing about for me as a Viking fan, I still don't even know who's gonna be our starting quarterback, bro. Like I'm still kind of I'm lost about like who they gonna start. I want them to start JJ McCarthy so bad, but my gut feeling is they're gonna start Carson Wentz. They're gonna start Carson Wentz against the Eagles. Oh, no, we don't. We have to play perfect. The Eagles need to because they're struggling. They need to make everything count. Facts, 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 facts. Salute. What's going on, gaming? Crispy, what's good, bro? Salute to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all double tap that screen, hit the like button. What's going on, my boy? John Host, what's good? Everybody in the building. Super Hulk, smash that like button. It is free. It won't cost you a single penny. It won't cost you a single dollar. Hit that like button. And if you're feeling the vibes, consider subscribing. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody is welcome. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But respectfully speaking, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, we will beat the brakes off your team. And I have to say that because I know people don't understand and they're getting their feelings when I be talking the way I be talking. I talk heavy, but at the same time, it's all love at the end of the day. I promise you, it's all love at the end of the day. I got nothing but love for everybody, but I like to talk my talk. You feel me? That's one thing about your boy. I can't be myself if I can't talk my talk. I don't want people to get in their emotions when I say that. Fly, Eagles, fly. Hey, Henry, we're beating the brakes off the Eagles this Sunday, bro. How to say week 10, week 7. Hey, yeah, I was saying week 8, but week 8 ain't enough games to determine who's going to be the top teams, bro. We already in week 7. We already in week 7, bro. It's a wrap. Like week 8 ain't enough time. Maybe week 10. Honestly, this is going to come down to the last games of the season, bro. The end of the season. I'm a big fan of football. Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm a big fan of football as well. I love my team. Yup. God bless to you and your family. The Falcons are uniquely equipped to beat the Bills. They can't stop. Oh my goodness, Bijan Robinson went bananas, bro. Bijan Robinson went bananas on the Bills, bro. Like, my goodness, I really like. When people be trying to tell me that running backs don't mean that much in the NFL, I'll be like, have you been like? I understand people try to devalue the running back position. The running back position is like the best. They're like besides the offensive line, the best friend to your quarterback is a good running back. Even more of a friend than a great wide receiver. Like a running back, all you gotta do is hand the ball off, and then running backs can block and they can catch. Most of them, not all of them, but they have like running backs are like depending on what kind of running back you have. Because let's look at this real quick, y'all. Bijan Robinson, 19 carries for 107. If you don't have him on your fantasy team, I feel bad for you. Bijan Robinson, 19 carries for 170 rushing yards, 8.9 per carry, 1 touchdown. Longest run of the day was 81 yards, but that's not it, y'all. I said that they catch, they block. This man had 6 catches for 68 yards, 11.3 per catch. Listen, bro, Bijan Robinson obliterated the dang on Bills. Catching the ball, running the ball, everything he wanted to do, he was destroying them, bro. This man had over 220 all-purpose yards going against the Bills. Dominated them, bro. Bijan Robinson is a monster. And then on top of that, let's give a lot of credit to my boy Michael Penix Jr., bro. Michael Penix Jr. was throwing some dimes. Some of the throws he did miss, but for the most part, he was throwing some dimes, bro. To Drake London. Drake London had 10 catches for 158 yards, bro. That's, man. And Michael was 20 of 32 for 250 yards, passing, 7.8 per average, and 1 touchdown. Now, let's get to Josh Allen. He did not have a good game. He threw for 2 interceptions. They were hitting him. That's why I always say the best thing you can do when it comes to a good quarterback is to get to him and hit him. If it's from the defensive line, if it's from the blitz packages, whatever you got to do to make him feel uncomfortable, that's what you're going to have to do, bro. Because I'm going to keep it real with you. Josh Allen did not look like himself. Man, those 2 interceptions were big time for the Falcons. And the one thing they did do is they slowed down James Cook the third. He started to get off a little bit later in the game, it seemed like 17 for 87 yards, 17 carries for 87 yards, 5.1 per carry. But they had to get away from the run because they were down. It was down by, and they could have been down by a lot more because it was 21-7 at halftime, and they scored a last second touchdown before half. But I forgot. I think it was Drake London stepped out of bounds, and it didn't count. So it could have been even worse than what the score is now. 24-14 is the final score between the Falcons and the Bills. But yeah, man. Any given Sunday, y'all. That's a Jordan Mason needs to be running because Darius Smith retired from the Eagles. They have no healthy edge rushers are key to victory. Wow, he retired from the Eagles. And listen, the Vikings got to be physical. This the one thing about the Eagles, they're one of the most physical teams. We got to be physical. We can't be finesse. We got to play physical. We got to play our football. And I agree. Establish that run. You tripping last time we embarrassed you. What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? You talking about the Eagles beating the Vikings? Hey, listen, bro. We not worrying about the past, bro. See, that's the one thing about you Eagle fans. Let me talk that talk real quick to you Eagle fans out there, man. For all you Eagle fans out there, we ain't worrying about the past. We definitely ain't worrying about the 2017 year. We ain't worrying about that either. We worrying about this Sunday. We ain't worrying about the past, Henry. We worrying about present day football, not the past. And when we beat the brakes off of y'all ain't gonna be saying nothing. Let me talk that talk, Henry. Salute to you, bro. It's all love at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, y'all going down. When players Minnesota is like that. Go Pack, go. We got some Packer fans in the building. Oh my goodness. What up, my guys? Memphis Cheese Ed. I know you was cheering for the Bears to lose last night like I was, but at least yes, it's crazy, man. The Lions did lose, right? But yeah, the Bears deserve to win that dub, bro. Like the Bears deserve to win. The Bears earned that dub. Like, let me look at the stats real quick. Like the Bears earned that dub against the Commanders. The Commanders definitely. I'm not gonna say they choked, but man, they definitely was the favorites to beat the Bears, and they just fell apart, man. Caleb Williams, no turnovers. Shout out to Caleb. 17 to 29 for 252 throwing yards, 1 touchdown. He got sacked 3 times for 16 yards. Now, Swift had an amazing rushing game against the Washington Commanders. 14 carries for 108 yards, 7.7 average per rush, y'all. Listen, when you averaging 7.7 a rush, that is crazy work, bro. That means the Commanders could not stop you at all. You was pretty much rushing for a first down every time you touched the football. That's crazy work. And then you have I'm trying to look at receiving yards. I know their receivers was balling as well. Receiving yards. Oh, another thing. When I talk about running backs, Swift was their leading receiver. He was a leader in rushing and receiving yards because he has 2 catches for 67 yards and a touchdown. His longest catch was 55 yards. And let me say this, man. That's why I keep trying to tell people, man. The running backs are so important, man, especially if they can catch. And then DJ Moore had 3 catches for 42 yards. Luther Burden the third, 4 catches for 51 yards. And then, but we got to give credit when credit is due when it comes to the defense for the Bears. They made enough plays to win. What's his name? Gervon Dexter Sr., number 99, had 1.5 sacks against the Commanders. We had a half sack with Dominique Robinson. Who else had a sack? For them? Yeah, so that's about, there's another half sack. Oh, yeah, that was it, actually. And there was an interception. I'm not sure who got the interception, but the Bears definitely, it was Jaquan Brisker, number 9. So he had the interception against Jaden Daniels. Hey, bro, change the... Oh yeah, I do have to change the one battery. Yes, it's going off. I have to. I know. I have to change the one. Yeah, I hear it. I got to change it. Yup, you're right. I got you, bro. Yeah, I know Fred Warner got hurt, bro. And thank you for that reminder, Josh Cobb. Thank you. I got to do it today when I go handle some business on my way. After I'm done handling my business, after I get off this live stream, I will make sure I handle that because I have to. I've been like procrastinating and just not paying attention. I got so many fire detectors and I'm not really. I kind of block it out, but that's a hazardous. You know what I mean? You don't want that to something to happen and it doesn't go off. So thank you for that. But yeah, Fred Warner. Yeah, Niners done for the season. That's a big loss, man. I hate when I see players get hurt, especially like the guys like any injury sucks to anybody, but like Fred Warner, outside looking in, I'm a big time Viking fan, as y'all can see. I don't like seeing big time players like Fred Warner get hurt, especially when they're out for the season. That really sucks, man, because he was playing at an outstanding level. The 49ers are a very good team, and they just took a big blow defensively because there's no replacement. I don't care what player you have on your team. There's no replacement for Fred Warner. No replacement for him. So we'll see. It's going to have it. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. But that sucks. Something playoffs. And what matters is we get JJ play. Yes, purple. That's all I care about, bro. Like I just want us to get some experience for JJ McCarthy. And it just sucks because like it's like a tease being a Viking fan because you see all these young quarterbacks getting all this experience, and our guy isn't playing right now. I know he's hurt, but it still sucks. Like I want to see this man play, get experience, learn the speed of the highest level, the NFL. He only played 2 games because I look at it like this, right? He missed last season due to the meniscus, missed the whole season because he could have. I know people don't want to hear this. They think I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. But I think there was a chance that JJ McCarthy could have beat out Sam. I know this sounds crazy because we didn't know Sam Darnold was going to be good this whole entire season last year, right? But prior to the season starting, there was a small debate about JJ McCarthy potentially being the starter his rookie season. And when he played against the Raiders, he looked pretty darn good, and then he tore his meniscus. There was a chance, in my opinion, that he could have been the starter, and he could have got experience his rookie year. So he missed his rookie year, and then his second year, he's already missed a month. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I ain't saying to rush the process because you can't rush the process. But when you see all these young quarterbacks doing what they're doing, you're like, man, Michael Penix, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Jackson. The list goes on, bro. I could just name a whole bunch of quarterbacks. Drake May. Like all these young quarterbacks. And I just want to see my guy out there to just show off, man. I want to see my guy do his thing. Hey, I know my Cardinals lost, but we put up a fight. Yes, I was just talking about that, bro. I was trying to tell people it's any given Sunday, bro. It's any given Sunday, bro. Like the Giants beat the brakes off of the Eagles, 34-17. The Broncos almost lost to the Jets. The Cardinals almost beat the Colts. The Dolphins almost beat the Chargers. It's any given Sunday, bro. Totally buy in. I feel like we are finally on the right path, even if we still a couple years from Yeah, man. I don't even. I'm gonna be honest with you. Anything can happen when it comes to like health, when it comes to injury. So I just be saying to like my mindset right now as a Viking fan, I'm looking at the Vikings as a contender every single year because I look at it like this, like you're going to wait 3 years. Oh, we were a contender this year. Then major injuries happen. And then we're going to say, oh, well, we had to start over again. We're going to wait another 3 years until we're contenders. And we wait another 3 years until we're contenders. I'm not saying rush the process, but I feel like I always look at it like this, man. I seen Jaden Daniels do what he did as a young quarterback. I seen CJ Stroud do what he did as a young quarterback his rookie year. I seen what Bo Nix did. So they're not saying we waiting a couple of years from now to go be a true contender. The Texans are a contender. The Broncos are a contender. The Commanders are a contender. These quarterbacks have these teams have young quarterbacks and they're all contenders. So that's why I try to not even say it because it's like because injuries happen. We just seen Fred Warner tear his ACL or whatever he did, he's out for the season. Say one of our big players get hurt and they're out for the season. We're gonna have to be like, dang, we gotta wait another couple of years. It's just, I think every year, if you get in the NFL, I feel like you're a contender, in my opinion. Because I feel like any given Sunday, don't matter. And the stats don't mean nothing in the regular season. You get to the playoffs, you just gotta be better than that team that one game, and you move on to the next round. That's how I look at it. Wild card teams won Super Bowls. It doesn't matter. As long as you get into the playoffs, in my opinion, you're a contender. But I'm looking at these young quarterbacks. I'm looking at them with their young teams. Look at the Patriots. The Patriots are 4-2, bro. Drake May is playing lights out as a young quarterback. So for me, I'm just going to give you my opinion. Like, I feel like if we keep on pushing the goalposts 3 years from now, another 3 years from now, the time we get to the point, JJ McCarthy going to be in his 40s. He going to be in his 40s. And we talking about, well, we got to start over and go get another quarterback. We a contender now, bro. That's how I look at it. And I mean, maybe people going to disagree with what I'm saying, but I look at it like every year is up in the air. And if we get in the playoffs, then anything can happen. Because don't nobody know year to year what teams are going to be good. I'm going to give you a perfect example. The Ravens are 1-5. An injury happened to Lamar Jackson. Look what happened. They're out of the playoffs right now. If the playoffs was to start today, if they were to start today, they would be out the playoffs. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when we keep pushing the goalposts, all right, we're going to wait another 2 years, another 3 years. How many years until you feel like you're a contender? Injuries happen all the time. Lamar Jackson is hurt, and the Ravens are cooked right now. Not just because of Lamar, but that's the biggest reason. Their defense isn't looking good because they can't move the ball. Their defense is not as bad as what people think they are. It's because they can't move the ball. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Can't move the ball. Punt, 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 punt. So their defense is on the field constantly, and and the defense is getting tired and they're getting destroyed. But, and of course, injuries as well. But it's just like, I don't like moving the goalposts too many years because we already missed 1 year of JJ McCarthy's career. I mean, of his rookie contract. This year, we don't know what's going to happen if he's going to play against the Eagles. And it's just like, how many more years do you have to keep going until you're like, all right, this team is a true contender? Because injuries happen all the time in the NFL, and you just never know. One bad tackle, one bad hit, it just happens. Shout out to my boy Out the Pit in the building. Swelling, so far on pace for it, but if he is swelling, yeah, he ain't gonna play. I'm leaning towards Carson Wentz playing. Shout out to my guy Gaming. He said it's like they're getting something wrong, but they got everything right. Yo, bro, what up, bro? Sodak, what's going on, bro? Heavy hitter, what's good? The Bears didn't win. The Commanders just lost. Hey, listen, bro, you got to give credit. Hey, listen, even though if you're a Commanders fan, you got to give the Bears credit, bro. They could have folded under pressure because technically, on paper, the Commanders are a better team. The Commanders were the team that went to the NFC Championship game last year. The Commanders have the better overall quarterback right now. The Commanders have the better overall team right now. And they just earned it. You got to give them credit, bro. Hey, listen, I'm a Viking fan saying this. I wanted the Bears to lose. I wanted the Bears to lose so bad, bro. I ain't going to sit here and cap. I wanted the Packers to lose. I want the Lions to lose. I want every team in our division to lose. It is what it is. That's just how I feel as a Viking fan. What's up, Zeke? Hold on, y'all. Come here. Keeps on scratching my pants like he wants my attention. Then he runs away when I'm trying to pet him. Come here. Come here. He wants to be in the camera, y'all. He wants to be in the camera. But yeah, so like I said, hold on, let me read these comments. Can I ask you, bro, what am I talking about? I'm talking about football right now is any given football is any given Sunday. There's not one team in the NFL where I'm just like they're the most dominant team that they definitely are going to get to the Super Bowl. There's not one team that I'm looking like that as. Like nobody in the NFL. Anybody can be beat. Anybody can be had any given Sunday. That's why when the playoffs happen, I wouldn't be surprised if there's upsets every single game, bro. I would not be surprised, bro. Like this is the type of year where it's the Super Bowl champion of this year, a Super Bowl 60, it's not gonna be probably the first seeds in each conference. I'm just being honest with y'all. It's not gonna be the first seeds. That's just how I'm looking at it right now. I don't think it's gonna be like that, bro. It might be the third, fourth seed in the NFC, in the AFC. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm telling you, if we don't figure out an offensive coordinator and if we can't get healthy, it might be bad. Or yeah. Well, health is definitely important, and your offensive coordinator. That's the problem. When you win the Super Bowl, you got to give up your defensive coordinator, your offensive coordinator is skedaddle. It's a wrap. So that's the only negative thing about winning a Super Bowl sometimes, because you lose your offensive coordinator, you lose your defensive coordinator. You know what would be cool if they could try to keep their coordinators a little bit longer, because you could probably have a dynasty. Like, why change something that's working? But you can't knock somebody for getting the opportunity of a lifetime being a head coach. You know what I mean? So it's like, dang, we can try to be a dynasty, win a couple more Super Bowls, and go from there. But at the end of the day, man, you can't knock someone that's trying to better themselves. The Bears didn't even create the last turnover. It was the weather. The Commanders just lost the game. But there was other plays, though, bro. There was other plays besides the last couple of plays, bro. There was other plays that the Commanders couldn't capitalize on. There was first downs that the Commanders couldn't capitalize on. There was it just happens, bro. It just happens. It just happens. Yeah, PGB, but they should not be struggling. They got an established head coach, an established organization. I think the second half of the season, when we are way more healthy, we will be happy. Yeah, I'm happy now. Shoot, ain't no hey, shoot, I'm happy now. I like what's going on right now. I don't like the fact that we don't know who's our quarterback's going to play against the Eagles, but other than that, I'm happy now. I think this season it had some downs, but there's more ups than downs, and I believe in this team. I believe this team's a contender when healthy, and I believe this team has a ceiling of doing some damage this year. I really feel like that. I'm not waiting 3 years down the road to see I think we have it. I think JJ McCarthy has it. I think this offensive line could be healthy enough to keep them good. I think even though JJ McCarthy is probably one of the youngest quarterbacks in the game, I believe in what his ability, and I feel like the talent around him is remarkably good, and I feel like our coaching staff is really good. I feel like we can do something this year, bro. Now, I mean, it's not a guarantee we're going to make the playoffs or a guarantee we're going to win the Super Bowl, but I feel like we're going to make the playoffs this year. And I feel like if you get into the playoffs, anything can happen. Because I always say, it's not that it's not that I'm not being patient, but what I am saying is I just have a feeling about JJ McCarthy. I have a good feeling about him, and I have a feeling that when he finally starts to play, he's going to prove a lot of people wrong. You know what I mean? And he's not the typical quarterback. This is not the Packers when they had Brett Favre and had Aaron Rodgers sit behind him. This is not that. He doesn't have nobody to sit behind. And he has all the talent around him. Like, it'd be different if JJ McCarthy had an all-time great quarterback in front of him. He has to sit a couple years, 3 years, 4 years, and then you go from there. But when you have, no disrespect to Carson Wentz, and then you got Carson Wentz in front of you. Not trying to be mean, I'm just being honest. And I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback at all, but he's our backup. And if JJ McCarthy's healthy, I just feel like JJ has everything. Because then if you think of it like this, say we have the mindset, well, we're not going to really do nothing until 3 years. What if something happens with JJ? What if something happens with one of our other players that are top dogs? And like, I'm just saying, like, JJ is a good. I know it sounds crazy. People going to be like, how do you even think like this? I just believe in JJ McCarthy. I really believe that this man is going to be next level when he starts playing. And I can't wait until he proves me right. I just can't wait. And if I'm proven wrong, I will admit it. But like I said to people, man, I'm going down with the ship, bro. I'm going down with the ship. I feel like this man has it. And when he finally gets to play, and I hope he can play against the Eagles, because if he can make a statement against the Eagles, sky's the limit, bro. Sky's the limit because the Eagles are the defending champions. Yes, they struggling with certain things, but they're still the defending champions. They're still a good team. The I'm trying to make is that growing pains are. Yeah, I never said, okay, developing process. Yeah, you remember playing a video game regardless of how good a gamer you are. Yeah, you're going to make mistakes. I'm not saying that he's not going to make mistakes and there's not going to be growing pains. But when people be trying to say, like, we want to be contenders in another couple of years, I'm like, well, dang, like, his rookie deal, injuries happen. Justin Jefferson, like, I'm not saying Justin Jefferson is going to be old, but injuries happen. And I remember when the Niners made a run with Brock. Brock just got in the game and he had an outstanding season. And I forgot if it was his first season, second season? I don't know what year it was with the 49ers, but the 49ers made a run with Brock Purdy. All I'm saying is, like, and I'm not saying specifically to you, but I'm just saying to in general, when people be trying to say we'll be a contender in 3 years, anything can happen in 3 years. Injuries happen all the time. So you might lose a player that is good right now that's in their prime. And then what? You got to replace that player. And it's just like right now, I feel like the team is ready to win now. I feel like the quarterback, no, he's not at the height of what he's going to be, not even close. But I think eventually he's going to get there. Yes, he's going to have growing pains in this and that and that and the third. But I still feel like he's ready to play. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he ain't ready to play. Maybe he gets in the game and he's not as good as we think he was going to be. I don't know. I believe in him, but we're going to definitely see it. I hope we can see real soon so we can have this big question mark just over with. But I'm not waiting 3 years for things to develop. I'm not waiting 2 years for things to develop. We can try to figure things out if JJ's the guy or not sooner than later. I mean, maybe this year and next year. And next year, depending on how he plays, that, and then we'll go from there. But and then I feel like it's not even just on JJ. It's on the team. It's on the play calling. It's so many different variables on why quarterbacks are not playing at a very high level. Because we see what Sam Darnold's doing right now. These mistakes you see. KLC has a ton of those errors, but KLC got to have a better game plan. KLC has to put JJ McCarthy in the right positions to be successful. Period, bro. I feel like if JJ McCarthy, and I know that I'm not trying to take no responsibility away from JJ McCarthy, but I feel like if JJ McCarthy doesn't play solid/good this season, I'm not saying he has to play a superstar. I'm not saying he's not going to make mistakes and throw interceptions and stuff like that. But if JJ McCarthy doesn't play decent, I'll just say decent, I think it's on KLC more than anything, bro. And I hate to say that, but I'm being honest with you. You think the Falcons are a good team? I think the Falcons are slept on. I think the Falcons are underrated, and they prove to the world that, hey, listen, y'all can think anything y'all want about us, but guess what? It's not gonna be an easy dub. The Falcons ain't no joke. I'm not saying they're the best in their division, but I tell you one thing: they're not no pushover. They definitely not no pushover. Them Falcons are. Listen, what they did to Josh Allen doesn't usually happen, bro. Josh Allen did not listen. That doesn't usually happen. And on top of that, they found the weakness of the Bills. If you got that running back, Listen, run that dang on ball. Run that ball. Bijan Robinson destroyed the Bills defense. The Bills defense had no answer at all. At all. And that's why I say it's any given Sunday. I had the Bills beating the Falcons, but bro, that's why I say it's any given Sunday, bro. Any given Sunday. I am there's Kevin O'Connell needs to replace and go back to being a quarterback. Let's sitting right. Yo, but and maybe I'm just a little delusional, like about JJ McCarthy being good. Maybe because I just really want him to be good because he's our quarterback, man. I really want this man to be successful with the Vikings. He's our highest pick ever. Like when it comes to a quarterback, drafting a quarterback that high. And I don't want this to be I don't want him to be a bust. I don't want him to be considered a bust. I want him to be good. I want him to be great. I want him to win us multiple Super Bowls. I want this man, and I'm not saying he's going to do it this year, but I want him to get on that field. The only way he can get good is play. He hasn't played. That's the problem we have here, y'all. It's not even about people not being patient. The man is hurt. He's hurt. And I'm not sure how hurt he is still, because if he's healthy, I feel like you got to play him. But I don't know what KLC going to do. I don't know what KLC is going to do, bro. Jalen Hurts, game manager, Cam Newton explains Jalen Hurts the game to 18. But I understand Cam Newton, what he was saying, but I still... And I don't think there's anything wrong with a game manager. People be trying to make it seem like a game manager is not a good player. To be honest with you, technically speaking, a quarterback is a game manager. Like, I mean, there's different levels of it. But people, if you're talking about a game manager that just makes no great plays, he just does, like, he can't go off script and do stuff like that. I don't believe that, because I think Jalen Hurts is actually a pretty darn good quarterback. I feel like when he needs to make a play, he makes a play. You know what? You know who I'm going to compare JJ McCarthy to? I'm going to compare him to Jalen Hurts. I think that might be the best comparison right now, because people knock JJ McCarthy in college because of what he had around him, but you have to have a great team to win a championship. But when you needed J.J. McCarthy to make a play, he made a play. The same thing goes with Jalen Hurts. When you need Jalen Hurts to make a play, he's going to make the play 9 times out of 10. That man been to 2 Super Bowls. I don't care how good your team is on paper. It's hard to get to Super Bowls, bro. So for people to try to disrespect Jalen Hurts and say that game manager is like, oh, he's not as good as people. Bro, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. Yes, the Eagles are going through some things right now, but he's still a good quarterback. And that's just my opinion. Maybe, that's just my opinion. With a backup and training employees, what else is continues to improve? I never get the trainees for it. But I've also seen people exceed with expectations just be. Yeah, you gotta let him grasp. I get what you're saying, Purple, but the problem is he's not even getting on the field. He's not even on the field to develop. He has to be on the field. That's the number one thing, bro. Like, I get what you're saying. You're saying don't over rush him with everything, but it's not even rushing him. He's not on the field to play. He's not even getting experience to just even doing anything. He's just literally, he's just hurt right now. So that's my whole thing. It's not me trying to rush him. My whole thing is he's not playing. And in order for you to get better, you can't tell your trainee to not train. That's how you're going to get better. That's like saying JJ McCarthy, sit on the bench for another season, and then we're going to see if you can be better the third season of your rookie contract. We need him to play to get better. You're not going to tell a trainee to be like, all right, well, I know you need to get better at this, but I don't want you to do it at all. I don't want you to do it at all. Just chill, relax. And maybe in a couple more, maybe next year, you can work on that and get better at that. Nah, in order for you to get better, you got to play. And JJ McCarthy hasn't played. He ain't even on the field to even to even go through the growing pains. That's the problem that I'm having. It's nothing wrong. I'm not knocking him for the injury, but what I'm saying is he's hurt and he can't even develop right now because he's hurt. And I think he's big time, and he hasn't even got the opportunity to show that he's big time because he's hurt. But in order for you to have growing pains, you have to be on that field to have those growing pains. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You got to be on that field. JJ is not the guy, man. See? People saying it. What about the Seahawks? Seahawks look good, bro. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, double tap that screen, double tap that screen. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Any given Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Teams can get the dub. Teams can get the dub. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game this season with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Like I said, everybody's invited to this YouTube channel. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But I'm going to say this right now, respectfully speaking, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, we're going to beat the brakes off your team. Respectfully speaking. Whatever team that you rock with, it could be the Eagles. They up next. We're going to beat the brakes off the Eagles. When we play the Ravens, we're going to beat the brakes off of them. When we play I think we play the Chiefs or Bills, whoever. It don't matter who we play. We're beating the brakes off of them, respectfully speaking. What's the best food at US Bank Stadium? You know what I had? I had a cheesesteak, man. I had a Philly cheesesteak in Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium. Funny. I had a cheesesteak and I had nachos. I had nachos and a Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, I had a Philly cheesesteak and nachos. Yeah, it is expensive, but it's worth it, man. That whole trip was worth it, man. I stayed at a very nice hotel. Breakfast every morning, had omelets, fresh omelets made right in front of you. It was amazing. The city is amazing. The atmosphere is amazing, and I can't wait to go again. If the Vikings make the playoffs this season, which I feel like they will, I'm gonna try my hardest to get down there, bro. I'm gonna try my hard. Hey, listen, I'm gonna try. I ain't saying I'm going to be there, but I'm gonna try. If you're looking for what's going on, Razapin? Don't matter. Seahawks or Vikings 2.0 right now. Maybe a playoff win if Sam has evolved a little more, but most likely a win and then out. But it's a big step in the right direction for him. Okay. The Seahawks. But all right, so that I just want to ask you a question. So how did Jaden Daniels, his rookie season, get to the NFC Championship game? If we're just going by one win in the playoffs, like why do you feel like teams can only win? Like it's like I think progress doesn't have to be so small. I understand there's progress where you make any small movement up in the right direction is progress. But why do you feel like it has to be just a small little bit of progress? Why can't the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl? They have a good defense. They have a veteran quarterback. Jaden Daniels was a rookie and got his team to the NFC Championship game. 2 playoff wins. 1 game away from a Super Bowl. I'm just saying. It doesn't have to always be a small progression in the right direction going up. You know what I mean? It could be small. It's okay to have small progressions. As long as you're moving in the right direction, you might have some setbacks here and there, but it doesn't always have to be a small progression because I look at it like when it comes to the playoffs, you just got to be the better team that day, bro. You might not necessarily be that. You might not even be the better team, but you're the best that game. And even if you're the team that's the better team, right? Throughout the whole regular season, you got the better players and everything overall, right? Better coaching, better everything, special teams, everything. That one game you wasn't better, and you going home. It happens. It happens. You know what I mean? I just look at it like, yo, you can progress more than just one playoff win. You can progress all the way to the Super Bowl. I look at I wonder what the people were saying about the Chiefs when Patrick Mahomes, like, how slow was this progression when it came to Patrick Mahomes? How many years did it take for him to get to the Super Bowl? I gotta look that up. How many years? How many years did it take Tom? Well, Tom Brady. How many years did it take Tom Brady to get to the Super Bowl? How many years did it take? I wonder who's the youngest quarterback that won a Super Bowl. I gotta look that up too. I gotta look that up. Is it Tom? It ain't Tom. I don't think it's Tom. It might be Tom. Seattle smells like fresh fish. I agree. We need to play McCarthy and develop him these next 2 years. They can finally cut. Facts. Facts too evil. But yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, I just want the man to get on the field so we can see what this man has, man. That's all I'm saying, man. I would think that's all I want. I just want the man to just get on the field and see what this man can do, man. And I believe in him, but he got to prove it. You feel me? My thing is Jordan Love sat behind and he listened to pay attention to keywords and he said, but Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers though. That's a different situation, bro. JJ McCarthy sat behind people for 2 years. And the only reason why he sat behind Sam Darnold is because he got hurt. I still feel like he could have probably won that job. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just saying. But he got hurt. He could have won that job. That's how much belief I have in JJ McCarthy. He had not saying he would have had a Super Bowl year, but I feel like he has it. And I felt like, yo, you have the talent around you. You have the talent around you. Mike, it will be 3 years before we match the expectations many people had this year. But leading to that, we will do a lot of great things, which will keep you hyped during the time, I promise. Yeah. Hey, listen, we're going to definitely see. I'm always going to be a Viking fan regardless of if the sink ships completely, bro. I'm always going to be excited for this team. I've been excited for this team when the worst seasons since I've been a Viking fan. I've always been an optimistic, at least we get a first-round pick. At least we get a top pick, and hopefully that guy turns out to be a superstar. I remember when we drafted Adrian Peterson, bro. I said, man, I was talking to somebody, and he was like, yeah, that dude Adrian Peterson is a straight-up dog. I was in, I don't know if I was in middle school or high school, one of the two, and I was like, okay. We're going to see what's up with him. Like, it happens. Sometimes when you're bad, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. And, but I'm going to be a Viking fan regardless, bro. Like, I'm rocking with this team regardless, but I just don't like hearing we got to wait 3-4 years for us to win a Super Bowl when a lot of things happen within 3 to 4 years when it comes to injuries and people not being at that high level. At time 3-4 years or 2 years, 3 years go by. Hey, listen, we don't know. Like, I'm expecting Justin Jefferson to be that guy still, but you just never know. Just never know. Things be happening, bro. So I just feel like we in a good position to do something now and just just see what we have, because he has the talent around him. That's what makes it even better for JJ McCarthy for his developing. He has the best wide receiver to throw the ball to. He has Jordan Addison. Until we trade Jordan Addison or whatever, he has Jordan Addison to throw the ball to. He has TJ Hockenson to throw the ball to. He has the best left tackle protecting his blind side. He has a good defense behind. What more can you ask? That's all I'm asking. What more can you ask to be successful for a young quarterback? Every young quarterback in that 2024 NFL draft wanted to be on the Vikings. Why did they want to be on the Vikings? Because they knew what we had on this team. And they know our coaching. So JJ McCarthy has everything he needs to be successful. He's not on a team that was like a whatchamacallit, like a team. Like, say for instance, you're like, he wasn't we're not the Titans. No disrespect to the Titan fans. We're not the Titans. So it's like we have everything for him to be successful. The problem is right now, the only issue right now is we want this man to be healthy so he can be on that field. That's all. Late game Josh pick is very Josh Allen. I don't even think JJ McCarthy is too soaking wet line. Yeah. What up, true Grizzly fan? What's good with you, bro? JJ McCarthy is going to get rushed out there and he's going to get a label established on himself as injury prone. That's what I don't want. I don't want him if he's not healthy, don't play him. If he has swelling, don't play him. Um but what I will say is everybody's battling through injury, depending on what the injury is. I'm not saying to rush this man out there, but I know there's a lot of football players playing through injury. I don't know how, like, we're not in his body. We don't know how much pain he's going through and all that. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, don't play him. But the only thing I'm saying is this: the longer you wait, is the worse it's going to get. And I'm not saying that it's going. I mean, the reason why I say it's going to be the worst it's going to get is because I ain't going to lie, Carson Wentz is not going to play bad. He's going to play pretty good this whole entire rest of this. He got the best wide receiver to throw to. He has Jordan Adams. Bro, he is in the perfect place. It's going to get bad because it's going to be harder for them to pull Carson Wentz. That's all I'm saying. Not saying they shouldn't pull Carson Wentz, because I think they should when JJ McCarthy is fully healthy. But I'm telling you right now, if they wait another 2 weeks and Carson Wentz gets these dubs, I'm telling you it's going to be hard. We're going to waste another year off his rookie contract due to him just not playing for this year because he got hurt. But I don't know how long high ankle sprains. I know it varies. Everybody's different. They said 2 to 4 weeks, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. It's a lot of people delusional right about JJ McCarthy. The problem with that assessment on Sam Darnold is that you won't realize why we moved on until you see him in the playoffs, especially coming off of that playoff loss that year. There is no point in bringing up letting Darnold leave. He is gone. Get over. Yeah, McCarthy. Yeah. Well, my whole thing, like, and I get what you're saying about Sam Darnold. I mean that the thing that matters the most is the playoffs. So I get what you're saying, but the one thing you cannot deny, Purple, is Sam Darnold is playing very good. That man throwing dimes. That man is playing outstanding. People thought that, including myself, him leaving the Minnesota Vikings, he was going to fall apart. That man is playing even better probably with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm just being honest, bro. So we'll see what he does in the playoffs. But right now, the one thing as a Viking fan, I would not deny that man playing really good right now in the regular season. Now, will he continue doing that in the postseason is another situation. But like Two Evil said, I don't even really care about, like, I'm happy for Sam Darnold. I don't really care about it no more. All I care about is my guy, JJ McCarthy, get healthy, JJ McCarthy. I just want him on the field when he's healthy, not rushing him, when he's healthy. And at this point, we don't know when he's going to play. I think Carson Wentz is going to play Sunday. I hope I'm wrong. We made the right move moving on because he wasn't going to win it for us, no matter who he does going forward. This would be a great game to see if JJ can go toe-to-toe with a great Yo, Maurice, I love that comment. I would love, and by the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, hit the like button, double tap that screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. It's definitely going down. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Everybody is welcome to this YouTube channel, regardless if you're a Viking fan or not. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly mean that. Salute to each and every one of y'all, but I would say this respectfully as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan. Respectfully speaking, when we play against your team, we're going to beat the brakes off your team. He said, I see more JJ before I say... Yeah, I can't wait to see JJ. We got to get him healthy first. That's the number one. That's the most important thing right now is to get him healthy, and then we'll see what he can do when he gets on that football field. Because I don't want to keep hyping him up. I gotta see it, man. I do. I like JJ McCarthy a lot, but at the same time, you got to get on that field. Eventually. Eventually. I don't know when, but eventually. Just play McCarthy no matter what. I don't care if he's nah, too evil. They'll never do that. They'll never do that. They'll never do that, bro. Because that's their jobs. If they put JJ McCarthy out there and he's not healthy, bro, and he gets hurt even worse than what he is, bro, it's over for KLC. It's over for KLC. So you got to make sure he's functionable. He has to be functionable. He can't be limping on the field. Didn't play one snap. He limping on the field. No, it's not going to work. That's not going to work. You got to make sure the man is healthy. Got to make sure he's healthy. What's going on, Gaming? What'd he say? He said he's not getting on the field at all. What up? Yeah, salute. Yeah. Who's regretting it more? Vikings giving up Darnold or Browns giving up Mayfield? I would say Browns. I don't think the Vikings regret giving. And I don't say this to say that I bet I'm hating on Sam Darnold, because I'm not hating on Sam Darnold. I just feel like the Vikings we're going the JJ McCarthy route, and we drafted him 10th overall for a reason. And I feel like he has the it factor, but he just has to get on that field and prove it. That's all we waiting for is that. That's all we waiting for. Yeah. And I think he said 3 years ahead, and he has the delusional confidence that Sam doesn't have and is learning to develop. Man, some people can't even develop that confidence, bro. There's levels of confidence, bro. Hey, listen, some people can't even they can't even develop that type of confidence, bro. Baker, but the thing about Baker is kind of like in the Sam Darnold conversation. What can you do for me in the playoffs? Like, yeah, we get that you're doing all this in the regular season. Same with Josh Allen. Let's keep it real. Let's name them all. Lamar, Josh, Baker, all the quarterbacks. The only quarterback that's proven, there's 2 quarterbacks that's proven right now in NFL. Jalen Hurts won it, and Patrick Mahomes won it. Everybody else is trying to get in the playoffs and do some damage. Everybody else is trying to figure things out. So, I mean, technically, all these quarterbacks got to prove it in the playoffs. Only 2 won it. No, Matthew Stafford won it too. My bad. Matthew Stafford won it, but I forgot what year that was. But so Matthew Stafford won, Jalen won, Patrick Mahomes won. Is there another quarterback? No, that's it. Aaron Rodgers, but that was so long ago. I'm not going to count that. Vikings literally has 0 Super Bowls. Hey, notorious TBG. Respectfully, bro. I got a lot of respect for the Chiefs. I got a lot of respect for Patrick Mahomes. But if we play, I don't even know if we play, but if we do play y'all, respectfully speaking, we're going to beat the brakes off your team. Respectfully, you must be. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, Williams, as long as it's legal. As long as it's legal. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Manning is not that good, bro. Archie Manning is not that good. Man, the Chiefs are struggling so hard, bro. No, they're not. Why y'all feel like the Chiefs are struggling so bad? They're 500 right now. They're only 1 game behind the Broncos and the Chargers. The Broncos are 4-2. The Chargers are 4-2. The Chiefs are 3-3. They still got to play these teams, bro. Like, Chiefs they're going to play them. Like, they're not doing that bad. Listen, by week 10, this whole division in the AFC West could be a whole different outlook, bro, on all of it. Yeah, they're beatable, but they're definitely beatable. But the problem is, Purple, are they beatable in the playoffs in the AFC? See, the NFC, the Eagles beat them. But what about the AFC? Can Josh Allen and the Bills do it? Who's in the AFC that can knock off the Chiefs in the playoffs? I don't know. There are steps you have to go. I get it though, because it's hard to look past your own. Man, I'm done. Fly, Eagles, fly. Hey, William. Make sure you hit the like button. Don't be a hater. Hit that like button. I'm telling you this right now, brother, man. I hope to see you in the chat because you talking a lot of yapping and yapping and yapping. Hey, William, respectfully, when we play the Eagles, be in the chat. We going to talk that talk in the comments, bro. We need to get McCarthy on. McCarthy need to get healthy, too evil. That's all I care about when it comes to McCarthy. Get healthy so you can get on the field, bro. That's the second season, bro. It is not all on him. It just happens. Injuries happen, but dang, bro. Because the longer this takes, bro, the more listen. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to see I just want to see our guy on the football field. Tom Brady went to the Super Bowl the same year he took over. What? Dang. Pat Mahomes went to the Super Bowl his first year as a starter. Oh, wow. See, that's what I'm saying. It happens, bro. I'm almost not kidding. He won it the first year starting as a game manager. He struggled a year or two, but had top defense and ton of talent coaching. But he still won it, though. He got him in they hit it like a last-second field goal and won it. Hey, listen, man. Tom the GOAT, man. Tom's the GOAT. You know, at one point, I wanted Tom Brady to be a Viking, bro. I wanted Tom Brady when he left the Patriots. I wanted him to come to the Vikings, bro. Both Pat and Tom went to the team. It wasn't until after year 5. Big Ben is the youngest to win a Super Bowl. He won it when. Wow, he was 23. Get the freak out of here, bro. That is super young to be a Super Bowl champion. Dang. He was 23 years old? Wow, that's crazy. But Purple, there's nothing wrong with being a game manager. Game managers is okay. I think Cam Newton made it popular that game managers are bad. Man, game managers are good, bro. I like game managers. Hey, listen, just don't mess up anything. Manage the game. Hey, just don't turn the ball over and let's run the ball. Let's play good defense and make the pass that you need to make. Listen, just play the game right. You don't gotta do nothing extra. You feel me? You know who was a very good game manager that I had a lot of respect for? Alex Smith. Alex Smith was like the perfect game manager. He was a good quarterback. I like Alex Smith. Alex Smith was a good game manager. And guess what? I'm pretty sure throughout the history of the NFL, there was game managers that won the Super Bowl. I just don't know off the top of my head. Winston starting Sunday? You think so? JJ didn't sit behind Sam until the last few games. He wasn't in the building after his surgery. It was reported he was using AV to learn because he wasn't there. That sucks, man. We got the good conversation. Yeah. Thank you for everybody that's been in the building, bro. Appreciate y'all. I love to see print. Nah, but like I don't. But all jokes aside, though, y'all. Like this is just how I feel though. The whole Viking, the whole JJ McCarthy situation. I'm not trying to rush his process in developing into a quarterback. But what I will say is the only way you can get better is if you play. That's the only thing. And the injury is what's holding us back from being the best team probably in the NFL. To be honest with you, that's it. Which is a big deal. I really think that JJ McCarthy is a special talent, and he just needs the opportunity. Just needs the opportunity when he gets healthy. About to in this live stream. What's going on, bro? What's going on, Trick Shot? I love the Vikings because I love Marshall from Fred Warner, bro. I'm hurt. Yes, I'm hurt too, bro. All right, y'all. I got to get off. Hold on real quick. Matter of fact, hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm here. All right, so, but shout out to my boy Trick Shot in the building. I gotta get a haircut. But shout out to everybody in the building who sharing. Trent Dilfer is Ravens won Super Bowl ultimate game manager. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with being a game manager, bro. Like, game managers is fine. If you are, this is the only thing I think game managers are not good. If you're a game manager and you're turning the ball over, I don't want you to be my game manager, bro. I don't want you to be my game manager. Now, if you're a game manager and you're continuing to move the sticks and you're continuing to get first downs and you're not turning the ball over and you're making the right read, the right plays, and you're not doing the crazy big plays, but you're just doing enough to keep the offense afloat. Hey, listen, bro, I love it. I love it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I think Cam Newton tried to call, because Cam Newton's a big name. He was like, oh, well, Jalen Hurts, you're just a game manager. Man, whatever, Cam. I like Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton is one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time, but couldn't get it done. But at the end of the day, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time. So I'm not going to hate on Cam Newton. But Cam Newton calling Jalen Hurts a game manager got people thinking game managers are bad. People think, like, I don't know. Ain't nothing wrong with it. As long as you don't turn the ball over and you make the right reads, you make the right plays. You know what I mean? There's not many quarterbacks that can be an all-time great I think he called Tom Brady a game manager. Did he call Tom Brady a game manager as well? I'm trying to think. Did he? Let me look it up right now. This is what I be trying to tell people, man. Cam Newton, bro. Hey, listen, I like Cam Newton, but hold on. Did Cam Newton? Because Cam Newton be talking. Let me see. Yes. Even Cam Newton called Tom Brady a game manager. And Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion. So if Cam Newton called Jalen Hurts a game manager, he's a Super Bowl champion. Cam Newton, you don't have a Super Bowl. You've been to a Super Bowl. You're a great player in your prime. You really was good in your prime, but you never won a Super Bowl. So what's wrong with a game manager if game managers are winning Super Bowls? And Tom Brady is the ultimate. If he's so-called a game manager, He's the greatest quarterback of all time. He has 7 Super Bowls. But then he said, but he clarified that in his opinion, it is not a negative term and that Brady is the greatest game. I can't with this game manager stuff, bro. I can't. So now he clarified it and said he's the greatest game manager. Bro, if a game manager can get you 7 Super Bowls, I'll take that over someone that is not a game manager. Hey, listen, why not? For real. We gave the Bears the dub. You gave the Bears the dub? Jared Goff is in the lead by best game manager. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a game manager. Ain't nothing wrong with a game manager. Hey, people be trying to think it's a bad term. Ain't a bad term, bro. A game manager is all right. If I get 7 Super Bowls out of it, Cam Newton, what could you really say to me, bro? I got 7 Super Bowls. You have none. And it's not because I always had a great team around me, which he probably did. He did have some great players, but you need a great team to win, right? I was the main reason why I won most of those Super Bowls. Most of them. So, but yeah, I don't know about Cam Newton, bro. I don't know about Cam Newton. I think he sounded a little bit like a hater a little bit. That's just how I feel. But shout out to everybody in the building. To your quarterback. Yeah, they trying to call Cam Newton, try to call Tom Brady the GOAT at quarterback, a game manager. A game manager. Yeah, he is a hater. That's how I look at it. He got 7 Super Bowls. I'll be a game manager as well. But the way he says it is like a negative. What's the word? Is it? No. It's like saying it in a negative way, though. You know what I'm saying? And now a lot of other people, because Cam Newton is such a popular name, when they say game manager, it's like, oh, he's just a game manager. So he won Super Bowls. If you want to consider Tom Brady as a game manager, you're talking about one of the most clutch athletes of all time. When the game is on the line and there's 1 minute left and the Patriots are down by a touchdown or a field goal, he's going to drive all the way, or if they need a game-winning drive, if the game is tied, he's going to move the ball all the way down the field and get in field goal range or get a touchdown if need be, or a field goal when need be. Like, all I'm saying is this. If that's called a game manager, I'll take that every day of the week. So all this talk about being a game manager, I'm really feeling like Cam Newton is starting to be a real hater. Oh my gosh, what is Peyton Man? Exactly. That's why I said every quarterback technically is a game manager, though. There's elite quarterbacks that can do off script plays, make off script plays. But technically speaking, unless you don't follow directions and you don't listen to what the plays are being called, you're a game manager. Honestly speaking, what quarterback really ain't a game manager? If you don't get so you're telling me the quarterback calls the plays, the quarterback makes the plays, the quarterback runs the whole offense. So the coach has nothing to do with anything. Offensive coordinator has nothing to do with anything. So you're telling me there's quarterbacks out here that don't need someone to call the play and just and be able to see what the defense is doing and from their side, their viewpoint, to try to take advantage of what they got going on. Like, I just feel like the whole game manager, in quotes, is like a negative term for quarterbacks. And when you got Cam Newton, which I really respect as a player, calling Tom Brady the greatest game manager, calling Jalen Hurts a game manager, and knocking Jalen Hurts for having a good team, I look at it like this, and I'm a Viking fan. Speaking of for Jalen, like first of all, I always say this: you never win a Super Bowl without having a good team. You have to have a good team. What's going on, DFJ? Bro, y'all don't even remember Nebraska. But yeah, you gotta have a good team. Cam turned the ball over and lost. Yeah, that fumble in the Super Bowl, that's what made them lose. They could have won that Super Bowl, bro. Cam Newton, I really wish Cam Newton would have won so he can talk heavy like he's talking, but he ain't never win a Super Bowl. And he's talking as if like these quarterbacks ain't good or not. Like these quarterbacks are good. All-time great. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to get off this live stream. Yeah, shout out to DFJ. Yeah, smash that like button if you haven't already. Appreciate it, bro. Oh, man. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. I want to say have a wonderful day. I want to say God bless to each and every one of y'all. And again, let me just say this again, man. I appreciate all y'all support. I really do. Thank you so much for all your support. And again, man, God bless. God bless. God bless. God bless. And explain why Pete Carroll ain't give Marshall the ball. Well, I can't really explain it because it don't make no dang on sense. When you establish the run with Marshawn the way they did, why would you throw the ball? Why would you throw the ball? Because this is why I be trying to tell people. People be trying to make these offenses too complicated, bro. They be trying to make these offenses too complicated. Like, it's okay to run the ball. You know what I mean? It's okay to run the ball. Yeah, hashtag Purple Gang. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. I'm getting off. Shout out to Chris for real. Shout out to DFJ Hoop. Shout out to William Hope. Shout out to my boy Gaming. Who else am I missing this in the chat, right? Big Grizz. And everybody else that's in the building. I haven't. Who else? Yeah, everybody. Shout out to everybody. But appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful day. Hey, brother, this. Oh, wow. Junior Cruz, what's good, bro? Salute to you. And go Vikings. But all you Eagle fans that's in the chat still, I'm telling y'all right now, because I know my boy DFJ is an Eagle fan. I'm telling you right now, we're going to beat the brakes off for y'all this Sunday. Let's get it, man. SKOL to the bowl, and I'm out.